Wave of attacks across Israel carried out by Palestinians have killed one person and left a dozen others injured. Let's cross live to RT's correspondent Paula Sleer. You can bring us more on this story. Paula, what details do you have about this violence?
Well, there have been 3 attacks in the last 4 hours in 3 different Israeli cities, in Jerusalem, in Petah Tikva and in Jaffa. At least 15 people have been injured. 1 person has been killed. At this stage, there are conflicting reports as to whether the person killed was a Russian or an American tourist. As far as the incident in Jerusalem goes, what we can piece together is that police, although they're still looking for the attacker, believe that he arrived. He started shooting from his bike on police officers. 1 police officer was shot in the head and is in a critical condition. Another is in a moderate condition, and that happened at the Damascus Gate at the entrance to the old city of Jerusalem. As for the incident in Jaffa, 11 people have been injured. Among them is a pregnant woman who is in a moderate to serious condition. That attacker was shot dead, but not before he ran around stabbing people as he saw them. As for the incident in Petah Tikva, it was carried out by a Palestinian who was illegally in Israel. He came from the Palestinian city of Tulkarem. He has been identified, and he was subsequently killed by the very person he had attacked. Now, Hamas has welcomed these attacks. It issued a statement in which it said, and I quote, "All Palestinian movements and groups should join the struggle against the occupation." Here in Israel, there has been condemnation from both the right and left wing of the Israeli political spectrum, criticism being leveled at the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu for not doing enough to contain what is called a wave of terror here in Israel. Since the beginning of this year, there have been 69 attacks carried out against Israelis. Dozens of Israeli citizens have been injured in these attacks, and the government is really struggling to contain the violence and deal with the situation. So much so that they are considering allowing soldiers to take weapons home so that even when they're off duty, they can respond to an incident if it arises. Joe Biden, the US Vice President, is currently in Israel, and he was actually meeting with the former Israeli President Shimon Peres not far from the Jaffa attack when it happened. So we are expecting a harsh statement to be issued by the Americans. Biden is here to try and restart peace talks between the sides, but no breakthrough is really expected. And let me just add that Israel is not calling this yet an intifada, Palestinian uprising, but many people here are calling it one. They're calling it a knife intifada, and people are saying that because it is not organized, it is even more difficult to control.
Many thanks to RT's correspondent Paula Sleer reporting there live from Tel Aviv.